Hi everybody. Okay, so I tried to do a Facebook Live, but that's not happening. I'll probably have to reinstall the app or whatever the heck. So, I wanted to tell you folks how things have been going during my cosmetology classes at Empire Beauty School. Now, for the most part, everything's been cool. Pre-salon was fine. Intermediate classes were great. Now I'm in advanced classes. So, I just want to give you a little bit on some of the interesting events that have been occurring with me recently. Now, I came to beauty school so that I could add extra skills on top of the skills I already have so that my business that I have established can flourish more and cater to more people, giving more services. That's my whole gambit, right? So I came here with the great hopes that this would be accomplished, and as far as everything I'm doing to make sure that happens, it's happening. Now, the interesting thing about it is, even though it's beauty school, it's still a professional environment. Like, we have uniforms, there's codes of conduct and things of that nature. Now, my issue right now is that there was a situation this past week that escalated to the point where I just couldn't take it anymore with a supposed fellow classmate of mine in my class. Now, this student from day one that I was introduced to this class introduced themselves as the instructor's favorite Asian. Now, some folks may be wondering, well, why am I doing a video about this? The reason why I'm doing a video about this is because that person could not understand why what they were doing and saying is wrong. They took it as a personal attack instead of actually understanding and listening to why the situation is as bad as it is. And they decided to go to the whole class and tell all their friends how they felt. Now, these same people who this person is talking to, we're all in the same class together. And they laugh at the racist jokes and all that other stuff, and they think that it's cute when it's not. So I felt that, well, if you get to go to the class and you get to try to make your friends build this whole environment of awkwardness and uncomfortableness, because I had the heart to come to you woman to woman as adults and professionals in this industry to let you know that what you're doing is affecting not only me but other students, and this is why, and you decide to take it upon yourself to act very childish and then try to get your friends to get against me and talk nonsense about me, I was like, all right, well, let me just talk to my friends on my page and let them know what I've been going through, so that hopefully if other people have similar things going on, they can understand that I stand in solidarity with you, and I don't stand for bullshit nonsense. And even in my personal life, I don't just preach, I practice what I preach. So I say, stand up for equality, don't take discrimination, don't take racism. And I'm actually involved in a situation right now in my own life where I'm going through that. And it's a very unpopular decision to do so, because according to a lot of the folks in the class who are this person's friends, they think that this person is okay, when I'm pretty sure if that same person who said these racist things in class, they're a mother. And if I went up to their child and said the same shit that they decided to say in class to that girl's son, everyone would be livid. But then everybody would be in the right to be livid. And if the thought of me saying what came out of her mouth to that kid is unsettling to you, and I'm talking to those who are going to be talking to her today, and because y'all talked about me like a freaking dog already, I know. And I know because the people who you think you're talking to, they also talk to me too. You may not realize it, but that's how I know. I just want to let it be known that if the thought of me saying what she said to that kid is uncomfortable to you, then that should let you know that what she said was uncalled for. If the thought of me saying that to her is uncomfortable to you, then that should let you know that what she said was uncalled for and very racist. If the thought of me saying the African American equivalent or the Hispanic equivalent or the white equivalent or the Caribbean equivalent to such a racial slur is uncomfortable to you, then that should let you know that what your friend said and what your friend likes to joke about in class is uncalled for, is racist, and should not be part of the daily structure of our class. You want to be racist outside of school, that's your prerogative. But we all signed a contract. You may not have read that contract, but I sure as hell did. And in the student codes of conduct, it states that you're not supposed to be conducting racist behavior, trying to be disruptive in class and distracting with such negative behavior. Like, that's all in the bylaws in the contract that we signed. And I didn't spend 15 grand to come to an environment that's supposed to be a professional training ground to deal with people who still seem to be in high school. You're an adult and you're a parent on top of that. And yeah, I'm going to take it there because it's already been taken past the point of no return. So this is for the folks who think that it's okay to talk about me behind my back. And I'm just going to say right now, to level the playing ground, because it seems like she gets to say what she wants, so I'm going to say what I want. If you have an issue with what I said to her, come to me. We can mediate it out the same way I did with her. Because I'm not going to be here and deal with BS nonsense. That's not what I paid for. That's not what I hope anybody paid for. But I will not stand for racism in my classroom. The classroom. That's my classroom. I go there. I paid money to be there, just like everybody else. Everyone has a stake in this the same way, and everyone should be treated equally the same way. So if someone's being racist, I'm not going to tolerate it. And it doesn't matter if the slur was meant for my ethnic group or not. It's still racist. I've called people for more, and I've called people for less. If it's racist, it's racist. It doesn't matter if it's coming from your best friend or your mom or the instructor or someone that's your boss. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, racism is racism. Just because the packaging and the mouth that it comes from is from someone who you have a favor towards doesn't change it. And for the people who, this is so funny, for the folks who said that, oh, the only reason why I came at her was because, oh, she's cute, as if I'm not. Sweetheart, we're all cosmetologists. So as a base level, I spend my life making other people beautiful to reach their looks according to what they want. So how can you come to me and be like, oh, I'm only hating on her because she's cute? If you find her attractive and you want to date her, that's your business. But that's not my prerogative. I don't come at people because, oh, they're this or they're that. No, if they are racist, I'm coming for you. Because that's the right thing to do. If the girl says something derogatory to another freaking racial ethnicity that I'm not a member of, I would still jump on her ass. But it seems to me that folks want to do mental gymnastics just so they can still find their friend innocent when it has been proven that they are guilty. And I don't care how you feel on the matter. You can't sit there and say that, oh, I mispronounce words sometimes, so that's why I said a racial slur out in class. Oh, I mispronounce words sometimes, so that's why I introduced myself to every instructor that we had in class as the instructor's favorite Asian, sexiest Asian, when I'm saying this around clients in a professional setting and it's uncalled for. You don't get to use that excuse. Okay? The same way this girl tried to say, well, you don't know me and you don't know what I've been through. Well, honey, you sure as hell don't know who I am. Because if you did, you would not come at me with some lame ass excuses like that. That was going to be okay and passable. Now, after I informed the teacher and other students have informed the teacher of how they feel about the situation, she asked to speak to me. The girl in question asked to speak to me. So I obliged. And I let her know why what she said was racist and why her actions have been a walking negative stereotype towards people of color and specifically Asian people from the day I got here. And when she asked me why I didn't approach her, I told her point blank, because the first day I met you, you introduced yourself as the instructor's favorite Asian. Like, you laid the racism right there on the table. And I told her, I said, you drew a line so thick with that nonsense that you could have built a wall for Trump. So for the people who think that she's okay, and for the people who think that her actions and her racial slurs that she says and introducing herself as the favorite Asian and always putting that as a freaking thing like it's a status, if y'all think that shit's okay and funny, then go ahead and vote for Trump. Because that's the same type of BS nonsense that that particular person does and endorses. If you don't think he's cool, then you're going to have to stop doing the mental gymnastics and realize that your friend is just as bad. And she may be a nice person, but the nicest people in the world can also be racist. And as people of color, y'all should know this. You're going into a professional environment. Do you realize that if you treated clients the same way and conducted yourselves the same way about this issue at a salon, that everybody who laughed at that shit would be called in to human resources for an evaluation? Do you realize that if you have an issue the same way I'm having an issue right now, that the way I'm handling it is the professional way to handle it when you are working in our industry? Do you also realize that when you leave, this also will affect your networking? Because if you think that that type of stuff is cute and you make jokes and you talk about how, oh, well, your Asian friend was like this and, well, I thought it was okay because of, no, it's not. It's not okay. It's not cute. And that's why I called her on it. So no, I didn't call her out because, oh, she cute, as if I'm not. Like, please. You don't know me. That's why you say it that way. If you knew me, you would know that that's not the case. Like, I have enough self-confidence. You may not feel I'm worthy of the self-confidence that I have, but honey, let me tell you, there's a reason why I'm in the position in my life, in my career that I am. You don't know that because I don't have to walk in and flex and draw attention to myself and throw chairs and throw tantrums. I don't have to do that because I'm a professional. That's what we're here for, to be professional. So I'm already there. And if you're already there, then that's great for you too. Then people should conduct themselves if they're already at that level. But if you're not going to because you can't handle someone letting you know that you're literally breaking school protocol, and it's not for some pettiness, it's for some seriousness. Come on, cut the bullshit. Own up to it, be a grown woman, and take it as it is. The girl was so upset that I was letting her know why her actions were racist that when I tried to get to the point of the conversation where I'm trying to tell her you should be more encouraging of yourself instead of making a joke about yourself and your inadequacies, we couldn't even get to that part. She wants to say that, oh, she makes these jokes to make fun of herself and it's all about her. And I'm like, but you don't understand how your behavior is affecting other people. That's the same thing as someone saying like, oh, well, even though I'm black, I'm still gonna go out here and act disorderly and basically be a walking stereotype. Like, how is it that people can refer to someone who's black and tell them that you should not be a walking stereotype, you should have more pride in yourself? But if I'm saying that to someone who's Asian, she wanna take offense and act like, oh, well, you can't tell me to change. I'm not telling you to change who you are, but I am letting you know how what you're doing is affecting other people. So if you don't want negative reactions and you don't want to be that living stigma of negativity, this is what you should do. You don't have to change yourself completely, but you do have to be aware of how your actions become walking stereotype examples for other people. Because if you're teaching people that this is okay, that this is how Asian people are, like, that's what they're getting from it. When they co-sign and laugh with you, that's what they're getting from it. And for the folks that are part of the class that are on my friends list, if you don't feel that way, please feel free to come and speak to me about it. Because when folks laugh at shit like saying ching chong in class in reference to Asian people, that's what you're doing. You're co-signing to that racist BS, and it's not cute. Because if you feel it's okay to laugh at that, then I can come into class and say every racial slur in reference to every other ethnic group that's actually represented in our class, including your backgrounds, and you guys should be able to sit there and take it like a joke. And I know that you have more than enough pride within who you are that you would not find that shit funny. So do not think that it's okay because she says it. It's still wrong, and it is offensive. And if I said it to her son, you would find it offensive. So if it comes out of her mouth, regardless of how many months you've been together and you're friends, it's still offensive. And that's why I got on her for it. And I didn't just corner her in a hallway and try to press her. No, I did it the professional way. And she did enough nonsense that it made it to this point. So the whole why didn't I approach her, she made herself unapproachable, number one. And number two, I tried to work through all the little microaggressions that she kept doing because, yeah, we're supposed to be able to work with various personalities. But when you're hardcore racist and you want to be cute about it, I'm not going to tolerate that BS nonsense. And she did enough stuff within 2 weeks' time. That's what pushed it. Everything else, I was like, you know what? We'll see how this goes. But when she kept doing the whole, oh, I'm the favorite Asian, and then when I'm working with a client and she's working with a client and we're both on the salon floor, and then you say that, oh, you're the class's sexiest Asian, you're the instructor's sexy Asian. Now you're interfering with my money. Now you're interfering with my work environment for the salon floor, and you're involving people who have no business being in that kind of conversation or environment. Now you're bringing them into it, because now my clients are coming to me going, this is the kind of environment that you guys have here in Empire. Like, that's pretty racist and that's pretty sexist. So why is that kind of conduct allowed? And the instructor walked by and had her own response to it when the girl said it. So this isn't something that, you know, I'm just nitpicking here and there. This is something that the person has done on more than one occasion. And since you guys are her friends, you know how she is. And I finally had enough. We're all equal in this class. So let's keep it that way. Let's keep the respect equal in that class. So if your friend is saying something that's out of pocket, heck, she over here talking about, well, my friends never said anything, so she put y'all on the spot, just so you know. She put y'all on the spot. So because apparently since you guys didn't tell her when she was doing things that were racist, because apparently you guys are her parents, so now she feels that, oh, it's okay because none of y'all told her. And I told her myself, I said, well, it's not my responsibility to police your friends. That's their business to tell you when they're uncomfortable or if they thought something you said was out of pocket. But as an adult with my own feelings, and I've spoken to my friends, they've spoken to their friends, to the instructor, I've spoken to the instructor and to my friends, and we all have a mutual agreement that this behavior is too much now. What you said was wrong. And the comment about, oh, if someone in our class can't understand something, and then you say that, oh, well, maybe if the teacher explained it in slang, they'd understand. Not only is that racist, but that affects everybody in class, because apparently everyone here is supposedly ghetto because we don't understand, and we have to have the lesson plan explained to us in slang in order for us to understand. She making fun of y'all too, because I know for a fact everybody in the class has to pull back a little bit and break down what we're learning, because we're learning chemistry and biology. We're doing hair color, and this is not something that everybody in the class gets like that. So by her saying that, that affects y'all too. You may not think it does, but unless you're a complete, prodigy at this, if you misunderstand anything, or if you're not grasping anything immediately, that statement's for you too, even if you're her friend, because that's what she's saying. If you don't understand because you guys are people of color, maybe the teacher should explain something to you in slang and then you'll get it. Why has it got to be slang? Why can't it be if the teacher broke it down a little bit slower for folks, we could catch on, because this is a lot of complex stuff. This is not stuff that we deal every day. So understandably, it's going to be confusing for some folks. But that's your friend who just made fun of y'all because you can't understand. So maybe if the teacher explained it in slang, because everyone here ghetto because we're people of color, then maybe we'll understand. That's your friend. So this is why when your crew wants to talk crap about me because I stood up to her as a grown woman on level playing ground and handle things in a professional manner, this is why when the folks that you chill with want to talk smack about me, and when she wants to run to various instructors and talk smack about me because I called her out on her BS, this is why it doesn't add up. Because you can't be racist and be innocent at the same time. It doesn't work that way. You did wrong, you got called out on it, take it. Be an adult. Be an example for your child. Because if somebody was racist towards your son, you would want to be able to go up to them and let them know about themselves just as equally. Well, guess what? Now you're the racist person right now, so you need to also own up to your own shit and accept it. Don't talk smack about me and say a whole bunch of freaking expletives about me because I had the heart to tell you what's what. Everyone loves to talk about how they want to keep it 100 and da 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 da. Well, that's what I did. It was a very unpopular decision, but that's what I did because I practice what I preach. And if you don't like that, then maybe that sounds like a personal problem. You need to really like self-evaluate, what you have as your set of morals in life. But I don't like people being disrespected, and I won't be disrespecting myself either. So if you want to treat me like this and call me a villain and da 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 da, I wear it proudly, because at the end of the day, I know I can sleep at night because I spoke up for my rights. I spoke up for the rights of other people who were uncomfortable in this class. And if your crew can't tell you that you're out of pocket, then they're not really your crew. Because a friend's supposed to be able to check another friend when they're doing wrong. And if you guys don't feel that she did wrong, then that's an even bigger problem. Because then when someone else comes in and wants to talk about racial slurs towards your ethnic group, then you need to sit there and just take it. You can't fuss about it because you accepted her behavior towards one ethnic group. So why would you have a problem with someone saying racial slurs to you?